Welcome back to Whispers from the Void. I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil. Thank you for the intimate. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Oh man, that was actually supposed to pop. It didn't pop.
I don't think that's the way to open a can, Evan.
It fucking didn't even pop right, dude. Son of a fuck. Whatever. Bill, it's that time of the year again. That time of the year where you say, I can't drink, my tummy hurts.
Well, it's not that I can't drink, my tummy hurts. It's more like I need 1 month, and it's fun to drink. I love to drink, and I'm still drinking, but not beer with alcohol. Non-alcoholic beers
You're
or
like
beverage.
You're
Non-alcoholic.
like B-League drinking.
Yeah, like last year I did it with tea and kombucha and nothing beer related. But this time I'm deciding that fuck it, I will go with beer, non-alcoholic beer, because why the fuck not? And there's so much good stuff in Quebec. You cannot just say, oh, I will not do the sober month this year. There's no choice of beer. There's a shit ton of choice. And I'm beginning with one that is pretty new for brewery. It's called Bazaar Microbrasserie, Miss Mango. It's a smoothie, Berliner Weiss smoothie, mango smoothie. So let's do this. Maybe I will. Is it spitting? No. It's whoa. Looks smoothie.
I'm pretty sure they just took orange juice, put some mango in it, and gave it to you.
Maybe, but oh shit, those bubble, man. There's some bubble.
Yeah, dude.
A big bubble.
It's just Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Let's taste it. Oh yeah, it's chicken noodle soup.
It's chicken noodle soup. They just canned it. Yeah, they just put it in a can.
Shit. Wow. Of course you taste a lot of mango. The texture is not like a smoothie sour with alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. It's less foamy. It's less thick. But yeah, no, it's not bad. Very not bad. Like it.
Mine is a returning brewery, Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers.
Ooh.
I have the Framingham Lager, the American lager, which is, as it says, it's a lager. Go figure.
This one is very good. I got some.
It's actually the 10-year celebration lager.
Oh.
Pretty good. 4.5. Always solid. They're always solid with their stuff. If for those that don't know, this was one of my first breweries that I first when I got into craft beer. This was one of the big ones that I first got into. My mom actually got me a shirt from there because I love the Radler, the blood orange Radler that they have. Which brings us into our first segment. We have a dispute that we need to discuss. So Phil, if you could just play that Judge Judy music,
okay.
or even the Law and Order theme song, if we could actually get that would be cool.
Law and Order theme song. Okay.
The Law and Order.
SVU?
If we could get the Law and Order, yeah.
The SVU dung dung. Okay. Perfect. Let's do that.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hello. You are on the
Hi.
Whispers from the Void court.
I am on.
You are on.
Okay.
Please present your claim and your reasons for this dispute.
The reason for the dispute is because A, I take umbrage with the fact that you categorized my childbirth experience like, I quote, popping out Totina's pizza. You've broken down the beauty of childbirth and compared it to a snack item.
Did you really say I heard?
I would like to say that before the court that Tostino's pizza rolls is a delicious snack item.
Well, thank God. I mean, and let me just tell you, size is not comparable. I'd rather have popped out pizza rolls than you have. Second of all, I would like to point out that there's been a lot of discussion about how possibly I might have been, quote, I believe Phil referred to it as being very active.
Oops. I'm sorry.
If your father...
I said that I'm sorry.
It would have been fine.
I'm sorry, Sarah. It was a joke.
I was tired.
Phil says he's sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And then I would like to also point out that I am not in agreement with your chart. Your favorites chart?
My favorites chart?
Yes, when you said that Noah came below the dogs.
He did.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch. At any given point during the day,
the chart changes.
Somebody can be on the leaderboard, Evan.
Yeah.
Somebody can be on the leaderboard.
So how long have I been on the bottom?
You have not been on the bottom. You are giving me the grandchild. I think we pointed that out.
Yeah, see, I can't do any wrong.
And you have also, listen, you will also provide me with alcohol, which is great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you aren't on the bottom.
So that leaves Noah.
Any given day, somebody new could be on the leaderboard. It's sort of like a golf tournament, Evan. It's not a permanent leaderboard. Things change. If you go over par, under par, you're moving up or down. That's it.
See, I like how you made analogies where I made analogies.
Well, I wanted you to fully understand. I wanted all of the listeners to understand that indeed your mother I can make listen, I would like to let everybody know I love all my children. All of you.
Okay, but no, seriously, how is the pecking order?
There is no pecking order. I'm telling you, any given day, any one of you can be better than the other. I'm not going to lie.
I think it is physiologically impossible to have all four favorites. There has to be favorites.
Well, no, I'm just telling you, like, say I'm sitting around and you know, you bring me, like, I don't know, maybe some chocolates or, you know, a bottle of wine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I could have thought that Jared was number one because he shoveled the driveway. But then all of a sudden, you're number one. You have made it. You are now on top.
It's like appeasing a Roman emperor. You must always bring favor.
Yeah, tribute has a huge amount of influence over how I approach my life with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I gotcha. Is there anything you would like to say to the court in closing?
In closing, I would like to say that also, I would like to say I believe I should have a co-defendant in this whole court case, because your dad thought it was a great idea at the time to continue popping out babies. He loved that. He thought it was a fabulous idea, and it was, you know, he knows how babies are made, but yet he continued down that path. There you go. I mean, I just feel like I shouldn't be the only defendant, but in all fairness, like I said, I do believe that, we do have a tribute reward system here. That's how we determine favorites. So, there you go. And considering that you just created a baby, I would figure you'd realize how it happened.
Actually, I have no idea how it happened.
Well, ask AJ to explain it to you.
Nobody will explain it to me. I tried looking on the internet. The internet just has like weird stuff going on. I don't know.
You're going to be a father. Come on.
I don't want to know the details. I'm just telling you that that was your father's job to explain it to you, and yet another reason he should be here with me, standing as a co-defendant.
Well, you know what? I agree. And thank you for presenting your case. I think the honorable judge will defend you righteously.
Yeah, well, listen. I mean, I know everybody needs to just, really think about, what I presented here, because I just feel like I'm in the right. I feel like I'm in the right.
Nah, I think most of our listeners would probably agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, to.
You're welcome.
To defend myself. And,
You're welcome.
Like I said, I do think that you are probably on top right now, because I don't know if you've heard, but you knocked your wife up. So.
Well, is it knocking up if we're married?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think? Of course.
I thought that was
terminology covers everything.
I thought that was like a slang term for the kids.
No. No, if you knock somebody up, I mean, you could be married, you could be single, you could be whatever. I don't know. Maybe it even applies to sperm donors. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, thank you, and I will talk to you later. And I do love as you guys. We love as you too, Phil. All right.
Love you too, Sarah.
All right, Mom. I'll talk to you later. Love you.
All right. Love you too.
All right.
Bye.
That was a great idea.
Yeah, so what happened, for context, what happened was episode came out on Monday, and I'm in the shower on Tuesday, get home from work, and my phone starts ringing. It's my mother. And I forgot that my family listens. You forget sometimes. When when you're famous podcasters, you forget who's in the audience. And your audience of 4. And she called and she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Tostitos pizza rolls? Which I completely forgot I said. Because again, famous podcaster, you say things and you just kind of forget.
You know what, Evan? That's why you need some sober month. So you can be like lucid when you talk.
No, I think that was great content for our podcast, and we need more grade A content like that.
But honestly, like I said, what I said, it was a joke, and what I want to say, and Sarah, I hope you listen to this episode. I have a different background than you guys. I have only one brother. And my parents were like, my mom got me at 38. And my dad is 6 years younger than my mom. So I got a different background of like having a big family. I don't have a big family. My brothers and my parents are my only family that is near me with my grandparents and all. But like who were living in the house. It was me, my bro, and my parents. That's it. So, like, if I said that, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. It was only a joke.
So, if we asked your mom and dad, who would their favorites be?
Shit. They would. Oh shit. Okay. You know what? I will ask them now. No.
Yeah. Who is it in the pecking order? Because now you only have 2. I feel like to choose between 4 is a lot, but to choose between 2, that should be easy. Should be like, yeah.
You know, like, I can't say anything because my parents don't listen to the podcast, so I can't say fucking anything. I've said that I'm the favorite. Although they will say, yeah, but like, you're my two children, and like, you are my two favorite. But I know someone that I'm talking to him right now that doesn't agree. And it should be like an order.
No, it should be ordered chronologically. Yeah.
You know,
there's no way.
I agree with Sarah by saying like it's like a golf tournament. It always change. So it's always the same thing. Each day it's a different champion. It's a different like number one. Yeah. So yeah, maybe today it's me. Maybe tomorrow it's my brother. Maybe like it's the complete reverse and my brother is the favorite. And after that it's me tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? We don't know.
Who fucking knows? In the end, they love us all. Don't they? Don't they?
Oh, I mean, they say they do.
They say they do.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this session of Whispers from the Void Court. We had no judge. It was just us. So you be the judge. You be the judge.
Honestly, I would love to have your dad's take on this.
I'm sure you would.
Just invite him.
I don't know if my dad would ever come on.
Honestly, I would love to do a dad's day. I think my dad would maybe he would not like just do it by himself, but if I insist a lot, maybe he would do it. Let's do it like for Father's Day.
Yeah.
And let's really do it. Let's ask our dads if they want to come on.
I don't know if he would.
I don't know me too. I don't know.
Be detrimental to his business.
Yeah, my dad is pretty shy. My dad is a shy man.
The whole 20 people that listen to us they'll be super excited.
You're saying like we are 20, but like just as of today, someone in my class just came to me. I talked about my podcast. It was like, I started listening to a podcast. It's very good. Like, I got some problem. I got some problem like with my English, but like I tried to learn. So thank you. And I was like, oh shit.
Somebody. Well, hello, Phil's classmate. How you doing?
Hi, Cedric.
How you doing? Good to see you. We actually have a few. Our social medias get bigger by the day all the time.
Yeah. And also with the reviews, it helps.
I like to think that the reflection of everything, like the followers don't always reflect the people who actually pay attention.
Yeah.
So like on Instagram, we have 152. Small podcast. I mean, that's fine. I can't tell you how long we had 50. We added like 100 people.
Okay.
Recently. And let me go to the Facebooks right here. Or Meta first, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck they're calling it now. Somebody gave us a review, 5 out of 5. I would have to disagree.
Seriously, 5 out of 5?
5 out of 5.
Damn.
134 people like us, but 147 people follow. So, like, that's why I say you don't exactly know. Like, some people fucking just, like, don't listen. Like, they don't do social media stuff. And we don't really do social media stuff like a lot of other podcasts do. We just post our shit. Because I find it to be very boring. Just boring. I find it to be monotonous. And I hate it when other places do it, so I don't do it. Which is not good business. That will tell you right now, it's not good business. But I don't care. We do the reviews, so a lot of time people just like us for our reviews. Which, by the way, check out our Voivod review.
Yeah, check out our Voivod review. It's already out. And just like that,
we're hitting the big leagues, baby.
I got some statistics. Like, if we are talking about, like, from January 31, 2020. 2020? No, 2020. Like, they're taking, like, the year 2020, but we started in September. But, like, December for Podbean. I'm on Podbean right now. But, like, from the day I started the Podbean, we started the Podbean to today, we got downloads, 292 downloads in total from United States, 80 from Canada, 7 from Australia, 6 from Finland,
Wow.
3 from Spain, 3 from United Kingdom, 2 from India, 2 from Germany, 2 from Austria, and 1, the rest is all one from Brazil, Cameroon. Cameroon? What the fuck? Okay. Czech Republic, Denmark, Netherlands, Portugal, Singapore, and Ukraine.
I'm gonna say that the India one is from our Wired Anxiety review.
Well, yeah, that could be a good possibility. And I think, but the guy from India are living in America now.
I know, but they got.
Maybe they got a reach in India. Yeah, no, that's fair. The Ukraine, I'm saying it's Iron Breaker.
I'm probably gonna go with Iron Breaker. Yeah.
I would go with Iron Breaker. Czech Republic, that's pretty strange, and Cameroon too. And let's see also the download sources. We got 43.5 from Spotify, 21.5% from Pandora, 7.9% from Google Chrome. That includes me because I only listen to my podcast on Google Chrome.
Wow,
I mean they're saying like Google Chrome, like Google Podcast, but yeah. After that, what do we have? We have Firefox. Okay.
Fucking people still use Firefox?
Yeah. I'm using Firefox right now. But yeah. I use Google Chrome on my Mac, but on my PC, I don't know why I use Mozilla Firefox. But yeah. And there's that. And top 10 most downloaded episode from 2020 to 2022. The most downloaded episode is... Drum roll. Let's do drum roll. 49. The episode 49. The Void's Random Top. The part 2. It was the most downloaded
part 2,
episode.
so the final one.
Yeah, the final one. The top 2021. The random top. The part 2.
I have to say something about this, and I saw a lot of confusion when I saw the comments pop up on these. So, and I feel bad because what happened on that was the concept of it was that we took our top 10 list with the music reviewers.
Yeah.
I threw all of our bands, all of our lists compiled, 50 bands in a hat, and I picked from the hat. And then we took that list and we made our top 10, right? Some of you, that sounds repetitive. Now, so when we did our final list, Phil came up with the idea of like, all right, let's do, which was probably what we're going to do from now on too, but it's like, take those lists and make your own personal 10. And I saw, to no fault of anybody's own, but there was a lot of people and a lot of bands that were like, wow, we made all 5 lists.
Yeah, but if you listen...
I just kind of laughed to myself because everybody, they were all the same. They were all the same bands.
Yeah, but that means that people don't fucking read the description, because I literally wrote what was all about. I resume briefly, like, I briefly said what it was all about, those fucking top. and people doesn't read. It's just incredible.
I never learned how to read, so
maybe.
That was funny. That was funny. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but yeah,
No.
I did. I saw multiple times people being like, "Wow,
We made
know?
everybody top 10s. Oh wow!
Yeah.
The same
Wow,
band
yeah.
in all
Who
top
would've known?
10s. The
Yeah,
same band.
Who would have guessed?
But I think the interesting thing about those top was me, like compared to all of you, like the top three, the
Yours
three
was
first,
like way out there.
I
yeah.
was way out of everyone else. Like everyone
Because
was
what
like,
you had Cave of Swimmers as your first.
yeah, no, second. The first it was Inoculation.
That's right. You had Inoculation. Explain. I never actually got to ask you about that.
Well, you asked me one time, but it was very like brief. My explication. I will explain a little bit more. Basically,
Hold on, real quick. For those that don't know, Inoculation was on my list, and it was only on my list for that year. I had it number 8.
Yeah, and like the Inoculation, like why do I love it so much? It's just like there's this vibe in it. I love weird stuff. I just love weird stuff, and when
It's very weird.
Yeah, and the more it's weird, the more it's fun for me. Because, like, I know they are having fun, like, composing those songs. It's not like trope that you're using, like, fast picking and, like, fast, like, arpeggiato and shit like that. Like, there's some strange idea in those songs, and I love it a lot. That's what I love about music. When you use something, like, completely different and that is like out of the masses and you do something that is like good with those things that are different than the others. So yeah, no, I love that album a lot. And the second one was Cave of Swimmer Aurora. I got a problem saying that word, but
No,
that
you got it.
I got it because
Aurora.
Aurora. In my mouth, it sounds like Aurora. It's like I'm fucking Conan the Barbarian. Aurora.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yep. But Cave of Swimmer. It was very interesting. It was a bit weird because Jerry said it was like stoner, but I heard some stoner influence, but it was more like trash heavy, like old heavy stuff.
Really,
with
yeah.
some
Because I felt very Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
like Led Zeppelin. That's what I felt.
I
With,
felt
like,
that a lot.
With an element of like Black Sabbath, how like Black Sabbath, like the vocals that Ozzy used to do, where
Yep.
they were very isolated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you listen to old Black Sabbath, you understand. Like Ozzy's vocals and some of those records, they just sound quite isolated. It's
Yeah.
like a sound of its own in a sense, but that's kind of what I felt. The thrash in some of those songs, yeah, they definitely picked up real fast, but vocal style, I would say instrumentally, it was very just like old school, like Iron Maiden, even Judas Priest feelings. Queensryche was probably like the first thing I thought of. Yeah, it was very good. Very good. Very different. I do feel that in some points though, the vocal style sort of dragged some of the songs along. In a sense of like, you know, the pace of how that album was going, it almost felt that they used the vocals as filler. You know how most of the time when you hear filler, it's musical instruments. You know, it's instruments that are doing the filling part. I feel that in some cases it almost felt like the vocals were the filler in a lot of some of these songs. So, but I was pleasantly surprised. You know, I knew Jerry had liked it. I knew that it was on his list, and you know, I was surprised to hear it. I was surprised to hear that it was not very Jerry.
Yeah, it was not very Jerry, but like like I'm thinking of, like if you take Dan for example, like he got some like pretty hard stuff, but he was like nearly putting Turnstile, which is oh no, it was Jerry. No, it was Jerry, I think. But Dan also liked the Turnstile album, which is very far from what he listens to.
I
normally.
think that was like the surprise of the day, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, and also like Panopticon was just beautiful, but not like it was very great. I love that album. Like hell, I made a Christmas. I asked someone to make a Christmas ornament of the album cover of Panopticon, and I still got it like upstairs. And I got it upstairs. Like I will show like maybe a photo and put it in the video, like right here.
There is Panopticon was fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
The banjo part. Man.
everything I expected.
The banjo part was fucking great.
Yeah, everything I expected from him. Beautiful stuff. Worm is another level of. I will say this: the Doom aspect last year was just so pronounced in a lot of releases. Heavy Doom stuff. Worm, Panopticon. My top for the year was Dreams Unending. Very late release, but
Panopticon is more on the black metal side.
I feel that it's pretty doomish in the way it presents itself.
Yeah, doomish, but like not death doom. Like
I'm talking about presence.
Yeah, presence. Yeah.
Yeah, musically, yes, it's very black, but presence-wise, the doom aspect of everything was just like it was very front forward. I would even go on to say like I had Ken and Fiba as one of them. It was my second, and even that it was a blackened. It's like blackened death, blackened thrash at times. That even had like a very doom front to it. But that was also in the way that they constructed the album, doing the fill-ins with the vocals and reading off of the like testaments to people's firsthand accounts in the World Wars, and so. I enjoyed hearing that sort of element to the music. I thought that brought out a lot. So,
like if I take again my top, and I'm talking about the Vox Knob stuff that we did, I would just like try to find it out in the photos. Let's go back in the photos. Yeah. Where is the photo? Oh, photo. Olivier Pinard, no. Okay. My top. Well, like Turnstile 10, Converge 9, Deadwater Reclamation 8, and Seeker, Necrotic Core Beast. Yeah, it was Knock Loose on second and Archspire on first for me. But, fuck, those albums were so good. Oh my god, like, even the Archspire, I still listen to it, like, today, and fuck, it's just like fucking impressive. They also released a making of the album, and it was made like at the end of 2019, and they got the pandemic. Like they started in like late 2019, and they just like after that they got the COVID, like everyone on this fucking planet, and after that. They continue to write and to do the recordings and all. It was like a mess. Yeah. That making of is pretty interesting. Ollie Alaron is saying a lot of is bullshitting a lot in that fucking making of. I love it. I love that guy so much. Yeah, we need to have him on the podcast one day.
They're definitely very good. Tech death has always been weird for me because I always considered myself a very tech death heavy person. I really nothing against Archspire. I just feel that the way I consume it is just different. I don't know why. because I like that Archspire one. It didn't make my list, but that's basically because I'm more slow. I realize all my listens are a lot of like doom, death, blackened death, like very black metal, like almost just drawn out and shit. What I will say is this: the last I really loved back in 2019 was Xenobiotics Mordrake, and I really loved that record. That was in my top that year. It was I thought it was awesome. They're a band from Australia.
Yeah.
But the last tech death record that obviously Werewolves is very good. But really the last one that I still listen to all the time was Infuri's Revenant.
Yeah.
I listened to that album almost weekly. Like I listened to that album almost in its entirely weekly. Like it's just, I don't know. Really, I just think that it's just crafted well, and I love the I love the structure. I love the songs. The simplicity to me is what makes it so good. It's just everything about it. It was just great. Because I really love one of my favorite metal albums of all time. Was Lamb of God's Wrath.
Yeah.
And I really love it because everything about it, though it's obviously probably not like the greatest album that they have, it's one of mine in the sense that it just gets from A to B very fluently and very well. And it's just an easy listen, and the songs are memorable, and I can just listen to it nonstop. Like I can just go through it. And that's how I feel about Infuri's Revenant. It's just kind of from A to B, I can get there, and I know the songs, I know the differences. Like even if I'm not looking at it, I know when the songs are different and everything like that, like the transitions to all of it. It's just boom, very easy.
Honestly, I think I'm pretty eclectic because like I started with big metal, and like if I take my favorite genre of metal, it's still tech death because I love like the extremities of it. I love when people just go like over their capacities. They are surpassing their limits almost. Like that's why I love the Archspire one. It's because like if you take that, the last song of that album, 400 BPM. Well, for a musician, it feels like 200, but like if you take guitars in account and all, like it's fucking 400. It's fast as fuck. And that's what I mean about surpassing your limits. It's just like it's so like gratifying to do something so fucking fast, and you're like so fucking technical, and it's just like at the end you got this chord at the end and you're like, oh shit, I did that. And I just love the extreme about it. I love Inferi too. I love Obscura. I love like a lot of tech death and progressive death metal like bands. I love them a lot. They are my favorite, and like as I love metal, I love also all kinds of style like you do, I think. Like, I love also, like, psychedelic rock, even though I don't use acid. But, like, it's like, I don't care, it's just music, and music makes me feel things.
I have found that the things that really catch my ear is not so much, like, how amazing I'll say it like this. I find that real mastery comes from the idea of not that you can do the extremes, but the idea that you can do everything perfect.
Yeah.
And I find that sometimes simple albums, though people will get upset with them, and they look at like I really love Trivium's Vengeance, and you know, not a lot of people kind of look at it like, whatever, it's fine. But I look at it as there's something about like mastering your craft and just putting out a record that is in some ways very simple and just very to the point, but still having it be good and still having it be great. And I think that is the ultimate measure of like where you're at musically. If you can just have something that is solid and good, well, I say good, but it's solid and great and gets to A to B in a way that everyone could be like, awesome. Because I think we take too much emphasis on making things out of the norm, making things crazy, making things, super wild. And we sometimes lose sight of like, oh, that's mastery. And it's like, that's skill. That's awesome. Mastery is when you can take something and you can basically just kind of throw it out there on a whim and have it be just exponentially greater than what's out there already. And like Cannibal Corpse is really good at that.
Yep.
The Black Dahlia Murder is really good at that. Like these are bands that just, a lot of the time it's the same structure, but it's a structure that's so well done and so mastered that they can just do it like on the, like just like that. And they still have fun doing it. And that is something. And a lot of people, I've said it before with Black Dahlia Murder, how I don't like it because it's all the same. And it is, but it's conveniently, like it's just very mastered. It's a technique that's taken, years for them to kind of just go in. It's their sound. It's what they are. And I find that I listen to Doom a lot because of that simplicity and that the master to be able to take a note and to really put ambience to it and to really draw it out and to evoke feelings doing something like that takes a lot. And it sounds so simple, but the practice of it is quite difficult. So I don't know. I think that really it's what it stems from is that I just think that everybody kind of overshoots themselves a lot of the time trying to be the next craziest thing and the next greatest thing. And a lot of the time they fall short because they just don't have the background that maybe some of these other bands don't have. And a lot of these other musicians don't have. If you look at like where a lot of bands previous to really metal becoming a thing had, I mean, look at Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Van Halen. These were all bands that had these styles. Granted, they were fucking, for the most part, they weren't really turn of the age or whatever, but they all had these styles that just kind of they kind of had and mastered, and that's what made them ultimately really good.
Yeah. And
I'll never fault anybody for wanting to be something new and something different. Like I love Expander. Expander's like a sci-fi punk metal band, with their sound, with everything. But I just think that people make too big of a deal about it. Like, this is the next best thing. It's like, well, it's a start. Like it's a start in the right direction, but is it the next best thing? Like, no, it's not. It's not anything. It's not anything that's like, oh my God, listen to this. Like, you remember when Ghost first came out?
Yep.
And for some ungodly reason, everybody just thought that this glorified rock band was a fucking great metal band. For some unknown reason. Like that, I feel like that's kind of like the shit that happens. Is people get too caught up in like what the new thing is and what, the next trend. Everybody wants to be the next trend in their respective areas. It's just, I just feel it's it's just glory chasing too much. You know, you're not thinking. You're not doing something you want to do in the aspects of like you have tricked yourself into thinking that, oh, I want to be new and different, and that is what you want to do. No, you just want to be the next biggest thing so you can have all the popularity. That's all you're chasing.
I completely agree with you with all you said. And honestly, like, when I say that I love technical death metal, it's one of my favorite genre because it's really, like, I mean it, but, like, I love also other subgenre of metal. Like, I love some Doom sometimes. Swallow the Sun is my favorite band of Doom. Like, if you remember, Evan, when I was in Worcester and, like, we were, like, I think going to Timber Yard, if I remember correctly, and your Spotify just put some Swallow the Sun, and I was like, just let it. I love that song so much.
I love Swallow the Sun.
I love Swallow the Sun. It's one of my favorite doom metal band like ever. And I love some doom sometimes. I don't listen to a lot of them, but I love it a lot. Yeah. And honestly, like I love when it's going like outside of the box, when it's thinking outside of the box. And my shout out later will confirm what I'm saying right now. And yeah, like I'm not opposed to simplicity. And mastery, it's a great thing. It's like the greatest thing when you can master your art, your craft. But when you can master it by doing something simple, it just proves that you are a great musician.
Oh, I disappeared.
Someone disappeared. Oh shit!
I disappeared. No, I closed the wrong thing.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm gone.
He's gone, and he will come back. And he came back weirdly. Now he came back.
I'm back.
He's back, baby.
What do you say, buddy?
What I was saying is like simplicity and mastery is a great thing because you can. It proves that you can, like, you are a great musician. It proves it because after that you can do something weird and something like fucking intense, and then do something simple and like greatly and perfectly, and do like a weird shit and extreme shit perfectly. That proves you are a great musician. I'll take my idol, for example, and you know what I mean by idol. Do you?
The amount of times you mentioned this man.
And that's why I don't want to mention it again because I already mentioned it a lot last episode. But this man was. And like, go listen to the other episode if you want to know what I mean about that, people. But this man, he's doing a lot of things. Like, he did some Strapping Young Lad. I'm saying a hint right now. He did Strapping Young Lad, which was fucking extreme. And he did like his own like new age rock metal shit on his other side, which was very simple in some ways. In some album, it was very simple. And that's why I'm saying like this guy is a great example of someone that masters his instrument like perfectly. He's a perfect player because he can do every fucking thing. Mm-hmm. And so like, and you talk about Trivium. It's funny, like, I think Vengeance is one of your favorite album. I'll be honest, the Shogun one is my favorite. Shogun is my favorite. And like there was some simple riffs in that. And honestly, it was like very like tight and just going straight to the point. I love that album so much.
As much as I like to say that musically I'm complex, I think that in my heart, a lot of the things I always go back to are the simple thrasher, basic metal, in your face type of vibe, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my shout out.
Oh, shout out!
I have one for you. If y'all will hear me. It's first EP of the year. You guys know I love my EPs.
Ooh, EPs.
Tongues of the X Anime.
Ooh.
And it's by Vile Ritual.
Vile Ritual.
Vile Ritual. It's a fucking sick album cover, or EP cover, I'll tell you right now. It was released by Sentient Ruin Laboratories. And if I'm not mistaken, I had the date up here somewhere, but I believe it was January 28th. January 28th this was released. New release. Very new. Go check them out. It is just brutal death through and through. It's great stuff. Definitely a band to look out for.
Ooh. So my shout out, and when I said something that it's like a band that is thinking outside of the box, this is not a metal band. I'll be honest, it's not a metal band. It's more on the psychedelic rock.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody. That's good.
Hey, come on! No, but seriously, and that band is just like fucking prolific. It's called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. The name is fucking weird, I know. But
excuse me.
Yeah, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm pretty serious. This is fucking great stuff, man. Oh, fuck. Like, you got a gem here because they got 18 albums in 12 years. 12 years, 18 albums. And in 2017, they released 5 albums in 1 year. 1 year, 5 albums. Just fucking insane. And
they just hate themselves.
But honestly, I don't know, but honestly, this is just fucking insane. They got a Bandcamp. They are like independent since day one. They got their own like their own label, but it's just like using it. They are using it to release their own stuff and maybe some other stuff. But like, they got 18 albums and a few EPs and a lot of live albums. And the album I want to shout out, I will shout out the recent one, which is called Butterfly 3000. It's like very psychedelic. It's a very weird album, like all of the others. I think the weirdest one. If you want to go, like, to check the band, like slowly, I recommend you I'm in Your Mind Fuzz. I think it was from, let me check out. It's from 2014. It's the first album that I've listened from King Gizzard, and damn, that's a strange album. It's like
King
a nasty
Gizzard Lizard.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
And the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah. And that album, I'm in Your Mind Fuzz, is like, imagine you take acid, but you don't take acid. Like, your acid is the music.
No.
Like, it's a fucking musical acid
Do you
trip.
know how acid works?
Not really. I've never took acid.
It's not how it works.
But yeah, go check it out. Like, it's a journey. It's a journey. There's like something like for everyone. They got like, if you want some weird stuff and weird music, there's like some like microtonal music in their discography, which is pretty insane. Like the album called Flying Microtonal Banana. There's like jam in that band. It's just fucking insane. But yeah.
My God.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Butterfly 3000, the last album. And they are releasing a new album this year.
They can't stop, won't stop.
They cannot.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to another edition of Whispers from the Void. Thanks for attending court. Your verdicts will be due immediately after listening. Did Phil violate my mother's rights?
Did
It's
you
up to
violate your mother's
It's
rights?
it's up to you to figure out. It's up to you to figure out. All right, guys. I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil, and see you on the next episode. Cheers, Gog.
God.